I was up that morning fishing for the restaurant's chef's catch special. Oh yeah, if you go out a bit there, they're quite easy to catch. The market's fish aren't good enough. No, for the fish to be at their freshest, they have to be killed right when they're caught. Well, I was shocked. I never imagined I'd pull up a corpse. And even worse, it was Miss Abby Parker. That's right, I've known the Parkers for years. That's right, she'd come to the restaurant with her parents. Heavens, no, they never fought. They seemed very happy, a wonderful family. The last time Miss Abby came was...
He says that Abigail was at his restaurant 3 days ago. So Abigail was still alive at that time.
Abigail was... Is that true? I mean, yeah. I killed my daughter, Abigail. Yeah. I'm admitting it. I did it. What more is there to investigate? Who cares about the weapons? It doesn't matter. Quit fooling around and give me the death penalty.
We can trace Abigail's whereabouts with these facts. Her corpse was found about 2 days since her death. The man who found her body last saw her 3 days ago. That means that when the chef saw her... Yes, it was not long before she was killed. There's a high possibility that Abigail was killed soon after she left his restaurant. It would be best to investigate the man who was seen with her the night she died.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, could I bother you for a moment?
If I said no, would you leave me alone?
No. I definitely think you should hear this.
All right, hurry up.
Thank you. Well, HQ has made a move. The FBI has arrested a suspect for Abigail's murder.
Oh my god, I wasn't recording the whole time. My voice. Son of a gun. Anyway, the FBI has arrested a suspect for Abigail's murder. What the hell happened? Oh my god, my whole voice thing. Oh well.
Who knows? Maybe they're jumping the gun. I don't know what the higher-ups are thinking.
Alright.
The man's name is Sean.
Well, he didn't miss too much, I
He was
guess.
Abigail's boss where she worked. His wife, Carolyn Bowen, was also taken in for interrogation. They're both at HQ now.
Okay.
Huh. Is there any evidence that he's the killer?
It seems that this was found at the scene where Abigail had been murdered.
What's this?
What is that?
It's an expensive lighter made in France. It's a custom order with his name engraved on it.
Sean Bowen. Well, there's no mistaking that.
Ooh, a fancy lighter. Well, you see the stuff in the background? What the hell is that? I don't get what's so special about that.
We also showed Sean's picture of that chef. He confirmed that Sean was the man with Abigail at the restaurant the night she died.
I see. Let me guess. Here's what the FBI thinks happened. Abigail was having an affair with her boss. The situation got complicated, so he killed her.
Bingo, Dr. Kimishima. That's exactly what HQ thinks happened.
What about Alma's murder, then? Would he take the trouble to murder the girl's mother to hide his affair?
Honestly, I don't think they're looking that far ahead. They'd rather believe this than think that Joseph committed either of the murders.
I see. So Joseph is defending the man who killed his own daughter?
Well, now that you mention it, that doesn't make sense at all.
All right. We can't say for certain that this man, Bowen, isn't the murderer just yet. I'm sure he'll be able to tell us what Abigail was doing on that night as well. Can you get the interrogation recordings, little guy?
I've already got them. I know my stuff.
Nice of you to stay on top of things. Send me that data ASAP.
Got it. I'll do that now.
Alright. Boss's account. Let's go listen to it. Good to see Sean Bowen. Let's listen.
Good heavens. What's going on? I haven't done anything to get interrogated by people like you. Abby? Yes, she did work for us. She was a very innocent and beautiful girl. You know the type, right? Look, I'm sure you figured it out for yourself, right? What we have is a relationship between two consenting adults. She's the one who asked me to meet her at the restaurant, but she got a phone call and left before the meal came. Where she went? How should I know? She said something came up, but who knows? Huh? It's my lighter. Where did you... To the scene of the murder? A warehouse at the harbor? No! I've never been there. I don't even carry that lighter with me. I keep it at home, so what would it be doing there? I get it. This is a trap. Someone's setting me up to be the killer. Listen, that lighter's a custom-made, expensive piece. I keep it carefully locked in a showcase at home. The showcase? It's in my living room at my house. The only keys to the case belong to me and... me and... Don't tell me.
Her and who? Him and who?
Huh. Why did his testimony end there?
Oh, that's when his lawyer arrived.
And they took measures so he wouldn't say anything self-incriminating, I take it. That's all right, Al. I learned something important that I hadn't been expecting.
Huh? You got some useful information from that recording?
You weren't paying attention. If that man is telling the truth...
If that man is.
Then Abigail's cell phone has an important clue.
Who called her?
That is...
Records of the calls received. Excellent reasoning.
Yes. Upon receiving a call from someone, she abruptly left the restaurant and was killed. It's quite possible that call came from the murderer.
I see.
So who did the call come from? Probably her mom.
Even if the caller isn't the
JK.
killer, we can identify who called her.
Gotcha. I'll make sure they hurry up and analyze the cell phone.
Wait. We also need evidence to back his testimony up as well.
That's true. What can we do about that?
It shouldn't be difficult to get a witness to verify his testimony.
A witness? But who?
Think about it. It would have to be...
The person is, the chef. Excellent reasoning. Okay, two of those people were, like, dead.
He did remember
His
seeing
dad
Sean
obviously
and
wasn't
Abigail
there.
at the restaurant that
And
night.
obviously Sean saw them.
You think he might have more to say about how they were acting then?
Yes. Can you go talk to that chef one more time?
No problem. I'll ask him for more details about that night.
There's also that lighter to consider. It's most likely that it was removed from Bowen's house by...
Caroline. Maybe. I guess. Since that'd be the only one who has the
According to his
key.
statement, the lighter was supposed to be in his home. The only person besides him who would have been in a position to take it would be his wife, Carolyn. If we inspect the lighter itself, we may learn something from it.
I see. You'll need the recordings from Carolyn's questioning as
Why didn't you give
well.
it to me in the first place?
I'll send it over right now, so please use the recorder to listen to it.
Yes, make sure I get those. I'm counting on you, little guy.
Because you're little. Boss wife's account. Oh, look at that. Her name's Carolyn? I swear Naomi just said Caroline. What the hell? Damn, look at that. She's a looker.
Hey, what's this all about? Why are you keeping me here? What could I possibly have to do with you?
Damn, she sounds stuck up.
I was home all day on that day. So what? You found his lighter at the murder scene? Is that so? I wonder why. So, is he a suspect now? I don't know anything about it. give a rat's ass about that cheating bastard. Can I just go home now? I don't want to deal with a murder investigation.
She's rather emotional. Is she unstable?
That's just normal, Dr. Kimishima. You're a little too calm.
Well, I have my moments too. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Anyway, Carolyn's insisting that she was home the entire time.
Is there any way to prove that?
No, there aren't any witnesses. She says she was alone the entire
Well, it's
time.
not convenient.
Did she know that Sean and Abigail were together that night?
No, we told her that her husband is a suspect in a murder investigation. She shouldn't know that Sean was involved with Abigail. We're trying to keep the details under wraps.
I see. If that's the case, then she knows too much.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's listen to her testimony one more time. Pay attention.
Topic: peculiar statement. Peculiar statement. Okay.
Hey, what's this all about? What could huh? You found his lighter?
Nope.
Is he a suspect? I don't give a rat.
That bit at the end. Why did she call him a cheating bastard?
Maybe he's cheated on her before? He looks like a player.
Or she obviously knew.
That could be a possibility. But what if there was another reason?
Like what?
Well, for example,
Saw him in that area. Had a woman's tuition. Is that it? Yeah! Woman who knew too... The woman who knew too much. Sounds like a book.
yes. What if she had seen Sean and Abigail together?
That would explain her hostility.
If that's the case, then she did witness what happened to the victim that night. This might lead us to something even more important.
Okay, let's put the cards together. Analyze this. Custom lighter.
Hey, little guy, I need something analyzed.
Analyze that lighter.
Sure. Is it the lighter that was found at the murder scene?
How'd you
Yes,
guess?
I just need you to find any fingerprints on it.
Fingerprints. Just a second. There seem to be a lot of them. Oh, wait. They're all the same set of prints, repeated over and over.
Can we find out whose they are?
Let's see. These are Carolyn Bowen's.
See, they spell her name Carolyn, but in her testimony thing, it's spelled with a Y.
Bingo. So the one who left this lighter at the scene was...
I guess the one who had the fingerprints on the bloody thing.
Right. Sean's wife, Carolyn, left the lighter at the murder scene.
Okay. Why would she be there?
Carolyn Bowen, Sean's wife, left the lighter at the scene of Abigail's killing. Her interrogation suggests that she saw her husband together with the victim. Does this mean that Carolyn is behind both the murders in this investigation?
There's nothing that links her with the mother. We can't say for sure. Click. Thank you.
True. Even if she had a reason for killing Abigail, she had no motive for Alma's murder. But she may be able to provide us with information regarding Abigail's murder. I need a little more information from her. That's the little guy's job.
Alright. Suspect. Nope, nothing together.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima. What's
It's a
this?
hot chick.
It wasn't Sean who left the lighter at Abigail's murder scene. It was Carolyn. That makes her our most probable suspect now.
Really? I wonder what HQ is going to think when they hear
I don't
this.
care what HQ thinks.
I don't care. I'm not interested in your office
Well, she doesn't
politics.
I know that. So, what do you think? Honestly.
I find it most likely that she's not the killer. Still, she may have witnessed something. If she finds herself our main suspect, perhaps that will loosen her tongue a bit.
I see. I'll use this info when I speak to her then.
You're going to talk to her yourself? That's odd.
It takes a liar to catch a liar. I'm good at this kind of thing.
Oh,
We've all
really?
got secrets, don't we? I'll be counting.
Mr. Delphi.
Right. Oh, by the way, Abigail's cell phone has been repaired.
Great. Were the records of received calls intact?
She did receive a call during the time we believe she was at the restaurant. However,
However,
we
We've traced the call to a nearby payphone.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see. I wonder if this information will lead us anywhere.
We're going to ask around the area if there were any witnesses near the phone, but we don't expect much. Still, there's no doubt that that was the last call made to her cell phone.
I see. So there's a good chance that call came from the murderer after all. Abigail was called out from a public phone, and then she was killed.
We'll continue looking into the deal with the payphone. Oh, we spoke to the chef again, too.
Yay,
Check
more
out the recorder when
testimonies.
you have time.
All right, I'll listen to it later.
Man, I hope we actually close this up by the time I reach 30 minutes in the video. Right now it's like 12. Alright, new details of that to the cook's account. Do I got anything else? Not really. Alright, testimony time. Witness be Victor Pedrini. Listen to recording.
How'd she act? Let me think. I remember that she was talking on her phone. I clearly remember that she left the restaurant in a hurry soon after that. The man who was with her left in a bad mood afterwards. No, I don't think that he went after Miss Abby. He left the restaurant an hour after Miss Abby did. I know that because I served a carafe of wine to the table. The gentleman drank it
wine?
himself before he left. I remember being disappointed because they ordered a very fine wine.
Wine, eh?
Dr. Kimishima, we've received a recording.
More questioning? Who is it this time?
Carolyn Bowen, Sean's wife. Once they confronted her about the lighter, she started talking.
I see. I'll check it out.
She started talking, huh? Man, she's 35? Jeez.
So what if my fingerprints were on the lighter? That's got nothing to do with... Huh? Why am I a suspect? No, I'm telling you it wasn't like that. That skank. I didn't report it because I knew I'd get dragged into this mess. Yes, that's right. I happened to be out that day and saw them dining together. They looked like they were having the time of their lives, and I lost it. I was going to charge in there and slap both of them, and then the skank left the restaurant still on her phone. I followed that slut, but just because I was curious. I didn't want her to get away. Of course I was angry. She went into a warehouse not far from there. I couldn't see too well from where I was hiding, but she didn't come out for a while, so I peeked into the warehouse, and there was this hairy beast. It was on top of her. It was doing something to her hand with its terrible claws. I knew she'd been killed, but I had nothing to do with it. I mean, it serves her right. Did she think she could just steal any man she wanted? That's probably when I dropped the lighter. Of course, I didn't report it. I would have been the very first suspect.
Hairy
I don't
beast.
believe it. This is one weird testimony.
Our murder investigation suddenly turned into a monster hunt. We've had a sketch artist create a picture from her account, but... Are there any animals that size around here?
Look at that triangle face thing. That's creepy.
Don't be ridiculous. It's someone wearing a mask and some kind of costume.
I thought as much. Could the killer be insane?
Who can say? There's no way to know anything
What
yet.
the? That's such a creepy picture, too. My god. Crazy monster. Does this thing go together? God damn it.
From the sketch, the murderer was wearing a mask. Now I know what that white shard from the fireplace was. It must have been from the mask that the murderer was wearing while committing the
How do you make that
crimes.
connection? How do you make that connection into solid evidence?
But
Oh my god.
why would the murderer throw the mask into the fireplace? Whatever the reason, it helps to sort everything out.
How is that? How come they took that girl's word as true? If I heard about a monster, I would just be like, you crazy girl. You crazy.
When was she last seen before she died?
3, right? Excellent memory!
That's right. She was seen at a restaurant that she was a frequent customer at. The one with her at the time was...
Sean Owen. Naomi Kimishima.
Correct. She was witnessed there with her boss. Afterwards, she left the restaurant alone.
Hello.
The reason she left was...
A phone call. Carolyn wanted to fight her. She wanted to engage in a battle of fisticuffs.
A phone call caused her to leave the restaurant immediately. But where did this call come from?
It came from a payphone nearby. CIFM. What's that? CIFM.
Indeed, the payphone near the murder scene. It's most likely that the killer called her from the public phone, then waited for the victim to arrive and ambushed her.
Surprise, cockfag!
That would be what happened on Abigail's last night in this world.
That's horrible. Abigail's last night. Who did the actual murder? Is there any more I can think? Exit.
Okay,
Right.
I need to sort out the information I have on hand. My main concern right now is the costume worn by whoever killed the two women. How did it end up in the fireplace in the Parker residence, where Alma was murdered? The most logical reason that can be considered at the moment is...
To destroy the evidence. The killer immolated himself. If it's a guy.
Yes, putting it in the fireplace could be an attempt to destroy it. And if that is the case, something strikes me as odd about how Joseph, Alma's husband, was acting. That is...
He confessed to the murder.
Yes, he confessed to Alma's murder from the very beginning. If he was willing to confess, what reason would he have to hide any evidence? Let's assume for a moment that someone else is the real killer. Can we follow this hypothetical person's steps? This person would have killed both Alma and Abigail. The first person to be killed would have been...
Which one was killed first? Probably Abigail.
Right, Alma's corpse was found first, but Abigail had been killed before then. In other words, the killer wore a costume to kill Abigail, then killed Alma the next day, after which the costume was discarded into the fireplace. However, we haven't found the murder weapon yet. There were no traces of it in the fireplace.
A large spear? How can you miss that?
The killer would also have some connection to the two victims as well. We can assume that Abigail personally knew her murderer. The reason for this is...
The phone call. She personally knew the killer because she was stabbed in the chest.
She received a phone call from a payphone to call her out. The killer knew Abigail's phone number, and Abigail rushed out right after receiving the call.
Oh, I got a call from my killer. I'm gonna go see her.
It's unreasonable to think that she would do that for someone she didn't know. Similarly, there's a good chance that Joseph knows the killer as well. This is because...
He's lying to protect him? I don't know. Excellent reasoning.
Yes, if that wasn't so, Joseph would have no reason to defend whoever killed his wife. So, is the killer someone that the entire Parker family would be acquainted with?
Phone call.
Dr. Kimishima, sorry to keep you waiting.
I don't like to be kept waiting, you punk.
We've taken a look at the clock we recovered from the Parker house, and...
Oh, hello?
Oh my god.
Can you hear
Are
me?
you serious?
Alyssa? What are you doing there?
Wow, I can hear you. This guy let me in.
Little guy?
Oh my god.
This girl said that she really had to talk to you.
All right. Alyssa, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I need to do some work with the man you're with. Be a good girl and be quiet for a little bit.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so, about that clock.
Okay.
Yes, I heard that
Hi.
much. Get to it.
Say that I should do.
The decoration on the clock matches the wound on the corpse's head. It probably fell off the desk and struck the victim's head.
It fell off the desk and struck the victim's head. Really?
This may have happened while she was struggling with her
What are
assailant.
the chances?
I see. Is it possible for that wound to have been the cause of death?
that's impossible. The impact wouldn't have been enough to kill someone. We've inspected the exterior of the clock, but it doesn't seem that damaged either.
I see. Then...
What?
Little guy? What's that sound?
Sorry. Looks like this clock is the kind that plays a little tune.
Hey, Naomi?
Alyssa, you said that you'd keep quiet.
I'm sorry, but that clock is broken.
Broken? Where?
I mean, I know how this song goes, but this one part sounds all weird.
Huh?
Whoa. Whoa, she just had an epiphany.
Little guy, has anybody looked inside the clock?
1 second.
That's a no.
Dr. Kimishima, there's something inside.
We may have found just what we're looking for. Thank you, Alyssa.
Thanks for finding a bloody murder weapon. You're welcome. Hi. Sharp stick. Well, it's time to combine that with the weapon. Nope, of course it doesn't match. Sharp stick.
I want to know more about this weapon, little guy.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, NP.
It has an X-shaped cross-section, and it's 25 centimeters
That
long.
is really long.
It's thinner at the tip, and it's shaped more like a steak than a knife. This isn't a commercially available weapon. This is just a piece of steel with sharpened edges.
Huh. So the killer made it?
It seems that way. It's a poor cutting implement, but it could certainly be used for stabbing.
I see. This could be the weapon then.
Ta-da. Analysis complete. Weapon blade. New card. Sharp stake has become weapon hilt. Nope. Let's see. Weapon consistency?
Yes. If we put these together, it should be easier to identify the weapon. The victims, Alma and Abigail. They both died from being stabbed in the chest by a weapon with the same shape. Their wounds match the shape of the weapon found inside the clock.
There we go. Definite weapon.
The two of them were killed with the same weapon, this handmade stake.
Oh my god. And the hilt, I think it matches with this internal bleeding with the left palm.
The shape on the end of the weapon's hilt appears to match the bruise on Alma's hand.
Yep.
This bruise could be from Alma pushing her hand against the hilt of the weapon. If that's the case, then the person who used this weapon would have to be...
Alma. What the hell? And freaking, oh my god, my video time is almost up.
Yes. If the weapon is used by thrusting
Okay.
forward while applying pressure with the palm, then the only way Alma could get this bruise is if she was the one, but...
What does that mean?
What does this mean?
Okay. Exit. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. I guess we couldn't get it all done in the episode, but we'll get it done in the next episode, for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.